Hey, welcome to session 3. My name is Nick Edwards. I'm a life leadership and business coach, guiding leaders to greater results. Through this series, what we've realized is that great success comes from great teams, and great teams come from great players. And when those players are communicating at their very best, that's when you see extraordinary results. Being able to understand that every person is uniquely created and brings great, unique strengths to each team. And when you understand that the right person on the right team in the right position, they actually perform at their very best. In the last 2 sessions, we've discussed the D and I personality. The D we call the driver. They are the ones who are moving things forward. They are the ones who take charge and like to be the boss and love to be in control of situations. The I is the big personality. They love bringing the energy, the juice. They are the salesperson. They are great storytellers and great connectors. For this session, we're going to look at the S personality style. They are steady, they are stable, they are hardworking, and they get things done behind the scenes. So let's look at what makes the S personality style unique and so important to your team. When you look at this, first thing you see is they love collaboration, they are supportive, and they are all about stability. They bring strength to the team through these different things. Where the D is results driven, the S is about supporting the team and making sure things get done behind the scenes. They are loyal and hardworking and an amazing part of your team. The reality is that 69% of people that complete a DISC assessment have S as their primary assessment as part of their profile. That means majority of the people that you're going to deal with are S's. So whether you are an S or you're leading a team with some S's on that team, you need to understand who they are, what makes them unique, and how to utilize them best for both personally and professionally. So let's look at this a little bit further. The S is what we're going to call the anchor. They are the anchor of the team. They bring the strength and stability, and their uniqueness creates a great advantage to your team. So who is the S? They are the quiet contributors, where the I is the big personality and everyone knows that they are there, and they bring the energy and they bring the excitement, and they really make the team have a lot of fun. The S is the contributor who gets things done behind the scenes. They are accommodating and they are patient. They are dependable. They are calm. They are sincere and stable for your team. They love to have predictable environments, and you can predict and know clearly what to expect out of them. They are fueled by stability and sincerity. They love having harmony. They love having peace. They love having a secure environment where they can be at their best. If the environment is unpredictable, the environment is always an unknown, and they don't know what to expect out of their boss. They don't know what to expect out of their day. They don't even know what to expect out of their environment. They're never going to perform at their best. When it comes to harmony and cooperation, they want to work in collaboration with others, and they want a peaceful environment. A lot of times, the S will avoid conflict at all cost, even if it is necessary. They love supporting others, and when they bring appreciation, it is sincere and true and valuable to you and to the teams. So make sure that when you communicate with an S, you understand that stability and sincerity is key to who they are. The opposite of that is that they are threatened by chaos and conflict. Many times as an organization gets larger and larger, they create less clarity. That brings about chaos and a feeling of conflict. It's the unknown, and this drains the S deep within their core. When there's sudden changes, when things are unexplained, and there's not a predictable environment, it creates chaos not just in their work, but deep within the core of who they are. They want to avoid conflict and aggression at all costs, and that leads them to be people pleasers. So they want to avoid chaos. They want to avoid conflict. They want to make sure that there is clarity. So if you have an S that's on your team, give them the clarity that they need to be at their very best, and then sit back, be patient, and allow them to perform. Now, the power of the steadiness, the power of the anchor is that they are great listeners. They know everything that's going on in your organization. They are dependable and they are trusted. People trust them because they listen. They are calm. They are present, and they are able to bring a stability to your team because of the power of steadiness. So if you want to know what's going on in your organization, ask an S. They have a pulse for both the people and the organization as a whole. Whereas the D may go so fast, they run people over and they're so task-oriented, or the I is about promoting themselves. The S's slow down and they actually listen. They know everybody's story. They know about everybody's kids. They know about everything that's going on in your organization. So make sure that you have the trust of an S, because they are the ones who really understand what's going on. Now, with them, they have their struggles. They have the strength of stability, but with that, they resist change. They love harmony, so they avoid conflict at all cost. They love being supportive. So a lot of times they can be overly accommodating and not actually push the team to what's best or what's hard or what's difficult, but what is easy. And their strength of thoughtfulness leads them to a hesitancy to act. Many times they don't want to act without full approval of everybody on the team because they're afraid of offending someone. Their strengths is also their weakness. That's true with every single personality type and every single style. That what makes you great also is the two-edged sword that cuts against you and paralyzes you at times, whether it's in leadership, in influence, or in decision-making. Every team needs an anchor. That's the reality. Every team needs an anchor to hold them and to keep them as glue, and that holds the team together. That is the great gift of the S. They build trust, they build loyalty, they ensure consistency, and they work to create the culture that you want. If you lose the loyalty and the trust of an S, you are going to lose the culture of your team. They are the ones that provide the stability. So invest in them. Make sure that you hear them and that you continue to create a culture of ultimate success. So how do we communicate with an S? Well, every personality needs something different in communication. So if you're a D, listen up. Ds, when you communicate with an S, you need to slow down. Be patient. Be patient in the process and explain the why behind your actions. I know you think you're going to soften it up, but everything that you say as a D is never heard as soft. It's always heard as a blunt object. So you have to work to ask better questions and soften your tone through the process. Express sincere appreciation. They will see through your fake. Be real, be honest, and make sure that you communicate how much you truly appreciate this person. Provide them a heads up. If things are going to change, if new things are coming down the pipeline, give them an opportunity to process that information. And do not dismiss their perspective through the process. Listen to them. Be sincere in your appreciation and slow down. Ask for input. Give them some opportunity. Maybe they need some time to think about it. Give them that space in order to create good, healthy feedback for you, the company, the team, and the entire organization. All right, guys, you come with a lot of energy. You come with a lot of excitement. But for you to communicate with an S, you need to move beyond casual conversations to genuine personal trust. Move past the superficial. Don't just talk on the surface level. Invest in who they are personally. Demonstrate that you can be reliable and trustworthy, and they can trust you as much as you want to create trust with them. Don't be chaotic. Don't be ADD. Don't be sporadic. Be constant in your communication with them. Listen patiently. Don't interrupt. I's like to talk. D's like to move. Both people have to slow down and communicate clearly with an S in order to get the best results for your team. And then when presenting a new idea, give them slow steps and allow them to process, and then listen for their feedback. You need it, and it helps the team to be best. All right, for our C's, you love logistics, you love information, you love all of the details, and you can be so task-oriented that you forget all about people. Well, the S's process information like you, but they process it first from people, then information, not information, then people. Acknowledge the human impact. Make sure that you take time to understand who they are as a person, not just the task and the work that they do. Be patient in your approach, be clear, be logical, but be about the person. People are always more important than tasks. So make sure that you acknowledge who they are, the important things to them, and do not go so fast on the information that you neglect time on the social aspect of connecting with them personally on a heart level and making sure that you build their trust. The most important thing is empower the S. They are great team members. They bring things to the table that no one else brings. So provide them the security, the sincerity, the space, and the support that they need to be at their very best. And what you will realize is that your team will perform at a whole nother level. You will get things done by making sure they're in the right place with the right information to provide great results. And here's what I want you to hear about the S. Building a stronger team starts with understanding. John Maxwell says this: the first person I must know is myself. This brings self-awareness. The first person I must get along with is myself. And this leads to a healthy self-image. S, have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, and understand the value that you bring to your team. Throughout this whole process, it's all about communication. Communicating who you are, understanding who you are, and being able to communicate with the language of the other people on your team. S is stand up for yourself, be bold, and understand how important you are. Thank you for joining me for this session of our DISC assessments and going through these different profiles. If you want to find out more information, make sure you contact me at myleadershipcoach.org. Make sure you stay tuned for session 4 and the C personality type.